Hi again. Continuing the reviews of books about knife fighting and training for knife fighting, we come to a book which I only recently rediscovered on my bookshelf. Um, I dug it out and I'd completely forgotten about it. Um, and I've had it for a long time. It was written in 1983. It's this book, Blade Master by John Sanchez. He's actually written three books about knife fighting. I think I've read one of the others, but this is the one I certainly still have. And as I said, I didn't really remember much about it, but rereading it for this review, I found it quite interesting. I haven't been able to find out anything about John Sanchez at all on internet searches, what his background was, etc. So I can't review it in that context. The book starts off with a discussion of different types of knives, knife size, selecting knives for practice, and so on. It's quite a long part of the book, relating knife style with knife design, and it's worth reading. It's a good part of the book. But then he goes into the actual techniques, and it's obvious he knows his stuff. The stuff he's talking about things like snap cuts and things like this, and the actual application of the knife, and it's quite detailed, and it's worthwhile material. There's no doubt about that. There's a good section on target training, actually practicing and making training targets, that kind of thing. It's got some ideas for this that you can do quite easily, and that part of the book is really good. Then there's another section where the material is actually quite good, and it's on patterns, developing the flow. However, the drawings of the techniques are very poor. They're pathetic. I think the drawings of the knives are fine. He does line drawings of knives, and they're okay. They're clear, and you can see them. When he starts getting into the meat of the techniques, unless you actually know the technique that he's talking about, it's hard to visualize it from the diagram, and even then, it's not that clear. It could only be overcome really by doing it on video, I would guess, or much clearer, or maybe photographic sequences with arrows linking them together to make it clear, because it is a flowing system. So that's that part of the book. There's a section on grip changing, which to me is nothing more than just manipulation for the sake of it. If you want to develop dexterity, okay, that's not a problem. The flashy kind of manipulation of knives, and sometimes you see it in movies, doesn't really relate to the self-protection use of a knife at all. Then there's a section, I think it's the final section, on deviant styles, which he talks about really unorthodox ways that the knife is used that you may encounter and where they come from. And again, it's pretty good. It's worth reading. So overall, it's a slim book. It wasn't expensive at all. It was from Paladin Press, who are no longer with us, but I'm sure these books are still available somewhere. And putting it into the context of everything we're reviewing, it's certainly a worthwhile book. It's not the best, and we'll be coming to some better text than this, but when it was written, there really wasn't that much else that had some of the meat that this book has going for it. So from that point of view, I commend it.